Welcome to part 4 of the Deep Space Nine space station build-up. Currently working on the Promenade section of the space station. We've got these parts here that do attach to the inner ring of the habitat section. We've basically got the flashing red beacons at the end of these. Now they have been light blocked on the outside, then primered, and then had the top coat on. And as you can see there, I've also light blocked on the inside of those as well. The main reason being is that the SMDs that I am using are causing a little bit of bleed through, so that's why I've done that. Now the only problem with these parts, so it's not really a problem, but one of the things that I have noticed is that there are no locator pins with these. So it's a case of when it's glued, we're going to have to really make sure that these are in position properly and then clamp them down and leave them to set. And hopefully we get them in the right positions then. And there will be a little bit of seam work left to do around the edges after that. Now, these parts here, you've got one part there and one part there. They're actually hollow, so I'm not really sure what they're meant to be. They could be the tractor beam emitters, I'm not sure, but they're hollow, so I'm not sure at the moment whether when the SMDs are in place if we're going to get some red glow coming out of those. I just have to take a look once it's all together, and if so, what I do is I just manufacture a little bulkhead to go in at either end there to stop that to stop the light from coming through, because I would like to leave those hollow as they do give a little bit of depth to these parts. I've also got the holes in the top drilled and also in the bottom, and on the back side as well I've got the holes drilled for the wires to go through as well to go into the promenade section of the ship. So that's what they're looking like. Now on one of the other sections I've actually started to mask off, because we need to do these parts in the crimson red. So I've got those masked off to get those done, and I just need to repeat the same for them. The SMDs that we are using are very, very small. I mean, that's pretty much all the size of them. They're smaller than a match head. So we will be using two. So we've got one to go at the top and then one to go at the bottom. To help save space, I'm going to be using a 1K resistor to tie in both of the light sources onto one resistor. I had spoken to a guy called John at the Sci-Fi Addiction, Sci-Fi Styrene Addiction UK forum, who said that that would work fine. It's just to help space on the inside, really, because it is a bit tight. The other thing that we've been working on is the habitat ring itself and the inner core, the inner ring. That's been sprayed with a top coat now, and we've also got the upper section of it as well that's been sprayed. So it's just all the detail work on this now that's left to do. I have decided to get this painted now rather than when it's all in one piece. The reason being is because there is quite a lot of work that needs to be done to this before it does go together. So it's going to be easier to have this painted before all that work is done. So that's about it for the moment, guys. What I'll do is, once I've made some more progress and I've got these parts together and all lit up, I'll come back to you and show you what they look like. Richard back with you again for another quick update. Made some progress on these parts. As you can see, we've got the red in, and we've also got the photon torpedoes a different colour. I just wanted those to stand out. So the red is a combination of the Tamiya flat red, which is the XF7, and the black rubber XF85. Now all I did was added the black rubber a couple of drops at a time until I got down to the point that I wanted to with the red. And the photon torpedoes launchers, they were done in the Tamiya bronze X33. It is a metallic, but because this is so small you can't really see the metallic pigment in there. Once they were dried off, I then went over them with the acrylic semi-gloss varnish just to help to protect the paint. I've also been working on the bulbs for these as well. Sorry, not the bulbs, the SMDs. And that is 2 of the SMDs there. Now they are quite small. What I'll do is I'll try and get these to light up for you. It's just, sorry about this, it's just you need more than one hand to do these things. Whoops. Here we go, we got some, they are still a little bit untamed at the moment, but as you can see there, we've got the two sources of light there, which is great. They will, as I say, sit one at the top and one at the bottom. So I just really need to get those super glued in. Now the last thing that I was working on is one of the shuttles. I'm just trying to experiment with the lighting, etc. on those to see how good they're going to light up. So what I've done so far for that is I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that because they are very tiny, but that there is the light source. So it's really, really small, that SMD. I just need to find the negative wire on this because, I mean, this is how thin the wire is. So it's they're about the thickness of a human hair. So I've got this hooked up to a 470k resistor. And if I can just pick up the end there, you can most probably see that on camera. Let's try again. There you go. So you can see how powerful that is for a light source there, just for a little bulb like that. I do need that to be fairly bright though, to be fair, because I do need to try and transmit the light through quite a bit of plastic. So this is the shuttle itself. Let's see if we can get that in.
It's a mystery, and I don't like mysteries. Give me a bellyache, and I got a beauty right now.
Right, okay, sorry about that. Somebody's just emailed me. So that's the shuttle itself, and as you can most probably see at the very tip there, we've got some 0.4mm masking tape on there, and then down the side as well. So I just need to continue that until such time that I've got that painted and light blocked, and then I'll see what it's like. But until then, take care. Richard back with you again for a quick update. I've finished working on these sections of the ship now, and I finally found out what they're called. It's called the defensive weapon cell. So there you go, just in case you didn't know. I've managed to get rid of all of the seams around the outsides on both sides. I've then gone back over it again and given it a grey wash. So that's looking quite good. The other thing is the SMDs don't actually bleed through these holes, which is fantastic. I've managed to get them at such an angle that the light is just going straight up, so I didn't need to build a little bulkhead on the inside of those to stop the light coming through. So that's good news. I'm still currently experimenting at the moment with what to use as beacon lights. Now I have on this one used 0.5mm fibre optic and then mushroomed the end of it, but unfortunately as soon as you move away from one angle you can't see the light anymore. So you can see it there, and then like magic it disappears there. And then it's the same with the other way as well. If I get it that way and turn it around, hey presto, the light's disappeared. And it's not really coming through that bright either. I mean, it needs to be a little bit brighter than it is. So I guess what I'm going to need to do now is try and find something that I can use to put across the top there, like a little end cap type beacon light, to see if I can get the light spread out at different angles. I think what I might do is go into the bits of sprue that I've got and see if I can use a piece of clear plastic sprue on those. I'm not sure though, because that's going to take a lot of mucking about to get it down to a 0.5mm. So I'll just have a look at that, but and see if there's anything else I can use. But that's the progress on that for the moment. On the bottom half of the promenade, so far I've managed to get in 5 of the yellow stripes. There's 5 more left to go on this side. That's proving to be eyeball busting work. One of the issues that I have got with this is the fact that I have tried masking tape on this. The original intention was to airbrush these stripes in. Unfortunately, when I put the masking tape on to the surface there, it was lifting in certain areas where it just couldn't conform to the different curves on the ship. So I was a bit worried about bleed through, so I decided to hand paint those. So that is a bit eyeball busting work. Now all of the stripes and other parts have been added to the top section. Sorry, excuse me, I'll put my teeth back in. Have been added to the top section of the ship. So that's looking quite good now. One of the other things, one of the other ideas that I had, again, not strictly Canon, but where I've put the little details on the photon torpedo launchers, I was thinking about going back into these little circles there, as these aren't lights, they're just decorative little circles, and I was thinking about painting those a different colour as well, just to bring a little bit of relief to the ship, sorry, to the station. But I'm not quite sure what colour I'm going to paint those in yet. But that's about it for now, guys. As I say, I just work on these parts a bit more, and then hopefully in the next video I would have found a solution for them. So until then, guys, please do take care.